In this video, we are going to see how to save Chatbot contact email to Google Sheets. Now, let's say that you are using Joonbot as a chatbot builder, basically website builder. And here you want that every time you have got new details of contact and email address, you want this information to be shared on your Google Sheets, which is a spreadsheet. Now, how can you do that? For this, you will have to integrate these two applications in such a way that this entire process can get automated. For this, we can use Pabbly Connect software where your trigger application would be Joonbot and your action application would be Google Sheets. Now, how can you do this in yourself and automate this entire process? To understand this, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, the first thing we have to do is we have to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we click on enter, it will take us to the landing page of this software. Here on the right hand side, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, then you will have to sign up for free. It will not take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now, since I'm an existing user here, I'm going to simply click on sign in. So as I do, here we have reached the all applications page. Since we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software, let's click on access now. Here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this, and here it is asking me to name my workflow. Now my objective is to save chatbot contact email to Google Sheets. Basically, I wish to integrate Joonbot with Google Sheets. So I'm going to click on create now. And now we have reached another window which has got two very important events, trigger and action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically, action is the response of the trigger. So here my trigger application would be Joonbot. Let's click on this. And now the trigger event. So here my trigger event would be configure webhooks. I'm going to click on this. And now we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge to connect the two applications, Pabbly Connect and Joonbot. We are now going to copy this, and the steps that we have to follow are: first we have to log in, then we have to select the bot name, and then we have to follow certain steps. So I'm going to take you to my Joonbot account. So I've already logged in, and here you can see that I have got chatbot list and I've got two chatbot here. So I'm going to select the first one, and once I'm done with this, now if I scroll down here, you can see trigger a webhook. Let's click on this. Here on the left hand side, you can see edit my webhooks. I'm going to now click on this, and here I'm going to create a new webhook. Let's say the name of my webhook is Google Sheets integration. And once done, here we have got two webhook methods, post and get. We are going to select post, and here we have to paste the webhook URL that we have just received here. So I'm going to now copy this down, go back to Joonbot, and here I'm going to paste it. Once done, the headers remain the same, and now let's click on create. So here you can see webhook has been successfully created. So once done, again we are going to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here you can see that it is asking for a webhook response. So basically here we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. For this, we'll go back to Joonbot. Here I'm going to click on the profile, go back to testbot, and here again I'm going to scroll down, go to trigger a webhook. Here now I'm going to select the webhook. So here my webhook is Google Sheets integration. So once done, do I want it to be asynchronous? So the answer is no. And now I'm going to click on save. So once I'm done, here I'm going to now click on preview. So let's click on this. And now this is the chatbot. So I'm going to click on this, and here it is asking me what brings you here today. Let's say I'm new and want to learn more. Here it is asking me for the name. So let's say the name is Demo Dummy. Click on enter. Now it is asking me for the email address. So let's say it is demo@pabblytunes.com. And now again I'm going to click on enter and we have received the details. Now we are going to go back to Pabbly Connect and see if we have received the API response, and here you can see that this is the response that I have received. I now wish that this information should be a part of my Google Sheet that I've already created. So this is my Google Sheet. The name is Joonbot Details and the name of the sheet is Sheet 1. And here I've got 2 column fields, name and email address. Now going back to Pabbly Connect, I'm going to choose my action application as Google Sheets. So let's click on this. And now it is asking me for the action event. Here I want that a new row should be added with information every time it receives the information through Joonbot. Let's click on this and now click on connect. Once done, Pabbly Connect here is asking to connect itself with the Google Sheets account. For this, I'm going to click on add new connection and connect with Google Sheets. Here it is asking me to choose the account. So let's say this is this account. Once done, it is now going to ask me for the access. So I'm going to go down and click on continue. So once done, now you can see that the authorization has been successful. So I'm going to go down and select the spreadsheet. See, it has already selected the spreadsheet, which is Joonbot Details. So after the spreadsheet, it has also selected the sheet. And now we have to map the data. Mapping basically means that we have already received this information in our previous steps and now we are just going to retrieve it. So I'm going to click on name, then click on this, and here is the name. Then we need the email address. So this is the email address, and now let's click on save and send test request. So here you can see that we have received the API response, which basically means that now I should have received this data in my Google Sheet. So going back to Google Sheet, see, it has now received the data, right? So this basically means that the integration that we have done between Joonbot and Google Sheets is now complete. But we also need to check it for real time. So I'm again going to go back to Joonbot and again going to click on preview. So once done, let's click on the chatbot. And here we are going to fill another information. So let's say again I'm saying I'm new and want to learn more. What's your name? So my name is test user 1. Enter. Now it is asking me for the email address. So it is testuser1@pabblytudes.com. So now I'm going to click on enter. And once I have received this information going back to my Google Sheet, here you can see that I have received this information. So I hope this is very much clear to you. This is a very easy integration process and this is totally successful. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, here we are going to understand the entire process once again. It is just a 2-step integration process where my trigger application is Joonbot and trigger event is configure webhooks. Action application is Google Sheets and action event is add new row. If in case you have any other doubt, you can also refer to the workflow. The same workflow on which we have worked on is given in the video description. You can also clone this workflow and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any other suggestion or advice, you can always write to us. I hope this was helpful. To watch more such videos, you can always subscribe to our channel, which is there on YouTube. If you have any queries, you can write to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you want to know our pricing plans, then you can visit us at this particular site. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you have liked this video.